English by the Nature Method, Chapter 26. The 26th chapter. The trip begins. At length the day has come when the teacher and his 3 pupils start on their trip to England. The time has gone too slowly for them, but at length the day has come. Brown has been packing his luggage all the morning, but now his mother comes into his room, saying, "You must finish packing your luggage at once. You'll have to be at the railway station in half an hour." So these are the luggage. This is the railway. And that's the station. Brown, "I'm ready to go, but I think I shall have to take a taxi to the station, or I shall be late for my train. Shall I come along with you to the station, or would you rather go alone?" Brown, "I would rather have you along with me, but we must ask the driver to go fast. We have only 25 minutes now, and if he drives too slowly, I shall be late for my train." This is the driver. 5 minutes later they were on their way to the railway station in a taxi. Brown was nervous. "It's too slow. Driver, can't you drive a little faster?" He said nervously. "All right, I'll try," the driver answered. When they arrived at the station, the 3 others were already there, waiting. "Oh, there you are, Brown. You were a little nervous. We were afraid that you would be late. We arrived here 10 minutes ago. Now, let's go to the train." They were the last people to enter the train. "Goodbye, Mother," said Brown, kissing his mother on the mouth. "Now I'm leaving you and our good old country for 2 weeks. Goodbye, my boy. I hope you will have a good time in England." Wood's sister had also come along with her brother to the station, and when she kissed him goodbye, she asked him to buy something for her in England. When the train was leaving the station, the 3 young men shouted a hurrah as loud as they could. Hurrah, as loud as they could. "I never knew you could shout as loud as that," Mr. Miller said smilingly. Brown, "Well, I never knew myself, but now that we have started on our trip, let us sing a song." Wood has a very good voice for singing, and he knows so many songs. Wood, do you know the song of the Emperor Napoleon and his 10,000 men? Let us try that. For the next 10 minutes they were singing English songs at the top of their voices, so loud that almost everybody in the carriage could hear them. Then, after some time, they began talking together. The train in which they were travelling was a very fast one with modern carriages. This is the carriage. "Mr. Miller, we're going at a very high speed now. I should think 70 miles, 110 kilometers an hour. At this speed we shall soon be very far from home. Brown, we got a cigarette, Storm?" "I should like to smoke one now." Storm, "Yes, here are some cigarettes, but I have no matches." "That's a match." "Have you got a match, Mr. Miller?" Mr. Miller, "Yes, I have got matches, and I have also got tobacco, if you would rather smoke a pipe than cigarettes." "Cigarettes. I think a pipe of good tobacco is better than cigarettes or cigars." "That's a pipe. And here are today's newspapers, if you have not read them yet. I think they will be the last newspapers we shall read in our own language for the next fortnight. Tomorrow you must try to read a little in the English newspapers. I don't think you will be able to understand much of them to begin with, but it will be good for you to read them together every day, and I will explain the many new and difficult words to you. Storm, looking out of the window, how fine the weather is now! When I got up this morning, there were many clouds in the sky, and I thought we were going to have rain. But now the sun is shining, and the sky is blue again, without any clouds. Mr. Miller, I hope we shall have dry weather as long as we are in England, but we cannot be sure. It very often rains over there, and in winter they sometimes have fogs. Sometimes, when you walk in the streets of London, there is such a fog that you cannot see your hand before you, And the London fog is not white or grey like the fogs in our own country, but dirty yellow. Storm. What does yellow mean, Mr. Miller? Yellow is the colour of butter, for example. Storm. Hurrah! In 10 minutes we shall be on board the steamer for England. I can see the water now. Brown. Well, that's good. I hope we can get a good lunch on board the steamer, for I am very hungry. All the others. And so am I, Mr. Miller. Then let us have our lunch as soon as we get on board.